MaysLugLife. I'm May, and this is my first impression video of the Hitch Matte Luxe Belt Bag. It's a fanny pack. It's a, like, legit, straight up fanny pack. It's not even been pretending to be anything else. It is like 1990 fanny pack. So as someone who grew up, well, not grew up, but who, you know, lived through the 80s, well, I did grow up in the 80s, grew up in the 80s into the 90s, I am allergic to fanny packs. I can't have anything that actually looks like a fanny pack in my life. It's, to me, just as, like, sacrilege as wearing, like, knee socks with, like, sandals. You just don't do it. You're just committing, like, the absolute, like, faux pas kind of thing, the thing that only, like, weirdos wear. So, you know, or your grandmother, or, like, some tacky tourist. So for me, when I see a fanny pack, I don't care how beautiful it is or how cool you are. If I see a fanny pack, it freaks me out. Now, that's not to say that I don't, you know, like things like the coupe or the carousel or the roundabout when it's worn as a belt bag. Because those have a different line, a different look. They just look like a really cute bag that you happen to wear around your waist. And, you know, if you wear it the right way, it always looks pretty cool. And if if you've got, you know, the right sort of look going, I think it looks fine. I personally have only worn my coupes as a belt bag when I'm, like, out doing something very specific where I really need to have my hands free. Otherwise, I immediately take it off my waist, strap the straps on, and start wearing it as a crossbody, because it's just, I don't know. I'm not saying it's in my DNA, but it's almost like it's like a religious thing where my initial reaction to seeing a fanny pack is, ah! So, anyways, so seeing this kind of freaked me out a little bit, because I was like, oh gosh, we've come full circle. They've come back in style. And even so, I don't think I'll be caught wearing one. So right off the bat, I'm virtually positive I won't be buying any one of these. So with a horribly, horribly biased opinion going into it, let's take a look and see if I can maybe not hate fanny packs quite so much at the end of this. So right off, it says it is PETA approved vegan, which makes me think this is a vegan leather. So they've come up with another leather. Otherwise, I think it would have been called VL. So let's take a peek. So right off, let's look at the colors. So sand taupe. Well, then we've got the black. Oh man, it's a fanny pack. Blush pink. Still, it's pretty. Still a fanny pack. Copper brown. Oh, I thought that was going to be like a red, but it's a copper brown. That looks like a fanny pack my dad had. Okay. Because I think his might have been like leather. All right. Olive green. Pearl gray. Oh, they brought the slate back. I wasn't sure if they were ever going to bring that one back. So, okay. Okay. So I'm just looking at the price. $112 Canadian. Kind of expensive for a fanny pack, but I guess it's not compared to other companies that I know are making it. I mean, and I know that, you know, like, really cool companies and really cool people wear them, but again, it's just something that I just can't do. Like, all the kids right now are walking around in flip-flops and socks. That was, if anybody in my generation had worn that, you would have been, like, bullied to death. It was just, you just don't wear socks with sandals, you don't wear socks with flip-flops. Yeah, so when I see kids right now walking around with fanny packs and socks and flip-flops, or socks and sandals, it just freaks me out. Now, I realize those kids look at me and go, oh my god, I'm such a prude, and ew, I don't want to see your, like, ugly feet, and, you know, what's with that big bag? I totally understand that it's totally flipped around, but it's still, yeah, it's just hard. All right, so let's get a closer look at this. Wait a minute, that's canvas. That looks like canvas, right? Okay, can we look? Oops, and that's as far as I can get. Okay, so, let me see if I can just angle this down a little. I guess you can't go any further. That looks like a canvas. And actually, I'm just noticing, look at the logo. Look at this. It's sort of sewn on. So it's embroidered onto either leather, like a VL or fabric, and the little patch is sewn on. You know what this reminds me of? Is it Herschel? That brand? Ugh, I'm so not into style and into fashion, so someone's gonna have to correct me on that. But it reminds me of that. It looks like Lug is trying to be that and trying to hit that market and trying to emulate that look and that brand, which means they're bringing their age down, which means they're trying to now, I guess, appeal to a younger age bracket, which, by the way, is great. I think it's great, because I guess a lot of the Lug bags are definitely sort of geared to older people, of an older generation, of a different sort of fashion sense. This is what the kids are wearing. So is it Herschel? I think it was, like Heschel. I think is the brand. It looks exactly like this. Like if I saw this, I would have not even thought it was a Lug. If I'd seen this like walking down the street, I would have immediately thought it was that other company and not Lug. So I guess Lug is just sort of branching out and doing something different, which, hey, but try to Lugify the product. I don't know why this thing got like vegan, like PETA document, like approval, because it's not even trying to be leather. It's just canvas. That's like, then literally every single Lug product is PETA approved. So anyway, I just think that's weird. Two different fabrics. So you can see here, this is the typical Lug fabric. And then you've got what I'm assuming is canvas. And I don't think Lug's ever come out with a canvas before. So that's kind of interesting. I mean, it looks like it's canvas. What do I know? Maybe it's leather. I can't tell. I guess I had to feel it, but it looks like canvas. Ooh, look at... Okay, look. This is gunmetal as opposed to plastic. So this is different. Okay, so this is, like I said, a true fanny pack, because instead of having like little clips, little lobster clips here, like right at the sides here, there's one big buckle. And that looks like this part here is gunmetal. This now over here might be plastic, because you kind of have to do that, otherwise it won't bend enough to click in. But that's interesting. So that means this side is plastic, and this side over here is gunmetal. This is a weird bag. That's actually very pretty. I was kind of hoping for dragonfly in there, because I know that was the interior of the previous slates, the slate blue. But anyway, camera. This really is taking you back into the 90s, because no one carries a camera anymore, do they? Built-in wallet, that's cute. Key bungee. So it's basically a fanny pack that's been Lugified. Perfect. Those look good together. Those, yep. I like it when they kind of, ooh, there's white. Wait, did I see that? Was that an option? I don't think I saw that. I don't think white was an option. Wait, let's go back. So again, did white sell out? Was there a white earlier and it sold out? Okay, let's just read. So, let's look at it just quickly here. So, convenient, cool, canvasy. Canvasy? So it's like canvas? Okay. Wear this bag and everything you need is right on your hip. Designed with multiple compartments, softline cell phone pocket, 6 card holders, and more. It also has one built-in crossbody strap. Oh, I see. Okay, got it. So if you want to sling it over your shoulder instead, just go right in. So it's the same thing. And then PETA approved vegan leather. So it is vegan leather, even though it looks like canvas. Interesting. Okay, now I really have to see this fabric. Okay, because it really looks 100% like canvas, but yeah, it's vegan leather. Fascinating. Okay, measurements. So 11 inches wide. And I wish I could tell them, I wish they would tell me where they were taking that measurement. I'm going to assume it's from where the strap goes to the other strap, as opposed to the actual just bag itself, because 11 inches is pretty big. It's almost a foot. So anyway, so it's wider than I think. Because I mean, I'm going by the cell phone pocket, and yeah, I think they're taking the measurement from the one end of the strap to the other strap. 5.5 inches high, which is fine. That's average for a fanny pack, and then 2 inches deep. Cool. And the shoulders, so the strap width is 1.5. So it's a 1.5 inch strap. That's kind of nice. So it's not a thin strap. Always really, really good to have. Although sometimes if you do want to wear that, around your waist, sometimes that can kind of get in the way, but totally fine. All right. And then the features. Now I guess we saw some of them just now, but Okay, so wide tag zipper. Oh, I didn't see that right there. Okay, I like that. I actually have always liked those. I wonder if it's removable. Does it say removable? Doesn't say. Can I get a zoomie on that one? It looks like it might be removable. I can't tell. Okay. So, why does it keep doing that? One softline cell pocket with magnetic closure, one main zip compartment, one rear zip pocket, one built-in crossbody strap with metal clip. Interesting. And then, okay, so here's what's, okay, so it's made out of polyurethane and polyester, and the lining is polyester. Okay. Includes a dust bag with a drawstring closure. It is vegan leather. So it's in the vegan leather line, but it doesn't have that same vegan leather grain that we're used to seeing. So different. So I guess they've just decided to do a different grain on their leather. And now I guess because it's not real leather, you can do whatever grain you want, right? I guess that's the one great thing about having fake leather is that you don't have to have like that look of flesh. Because let's face it, that's exactly what it is. So you're not going to get the same veiny look in it. You're going to get you can get a different look in your leathers. So it doesn't have to look like the animal it came from. 6 card holders on the inside, 1 slip pocket for bills and change, 2 cargo pockets, 1 clear view zip pocket, and a retractable keychain, and the front compartment is RFID protected. Okay, so it is a lugified fanny pack that's vegan leather that looks like canvas. Still a fanny pack. Okay, let's take a look. Video, here we go. No sound because I do not need a copyright ding. It's a big fanny pack. Everything looks cute on this girl. It kind of bothers me. It's a really big buckle. Again, buckles like that were so uncool when I was a kid. Oh, it is removable. Okay. Well, actually, no. The little taggy thing's removable. But the zipper pull itself is the lobster claw. That's kind of cool. I like the interior of this. That opens really well. You know what? That opens way better than a fanny pack does. Those are cute glasses inside there that they've got to match. So it's a really, you know what, for a fanny pack, I'm sorry, I'm not going to be able to stop saying that. For a fanny pack, I don't know, it's not. What is it called? A hitch? It's Hitch? Is that the name? Hitch. It's a sling. They're calling it a sling. It's a sling. Okay, so it's not really a fanny pack. Okay, I stand corrected. But it looks like a fanny pack. Oh, gosh. Because same thing, like, you know, like back in the day when people didn't like wearing fanny packs and they tried to wear it as a sling, you could disguise that it wasn't a fanny pack. So, but you definitely looked a little less weird. So lots of really great features. I do like that it's not canvas in some ways, because the one thing about canvas is they do get dirty really fast. Having had a couple of canvas bags in my life and other things that are, you know, canvas, they're hard to clean. You really can't toss them in the wash because they just shrink. They get all weird when they come out. And they get when they get worn down, they look like crap really fast. So I do kind of like that this is a vegan leather that looks like canvas as opposed to being canvas. But I can also see the canvas look being a really sort of eye-catching thing, because this look is in, I think. Again, you know, when I say that, I say that as someone who has no clue at all what's actually in. But when I see the kids running around with the bags that they've got, it looks a lot like this bag. So I think this will appeal to a very different generation, which is kind of cool. Always good to, you know, reel in the kids. So I just want to feel what this vegan leather feels like. Obviously, it's going to have the same like softness, I think. That malleability, is that a word? It is today. So it's like, it's going to be like, it's not going to be stiff. It's going to be like really squishy, I think, because I know that's the reason why, you know, the other vegan leather was so great, for people who really liked it. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I like leathers that look like canvas. So, but you know what? It's got a little texture. And if you're one of these people who doesn't like quilting, ta-da! So it's got a little extra something without being totally plain, and it doesn't have quilting. And there's something to be said about that because quilting always dates things. So there's like, more updated quilting and there's more outdated quilting. So quilting always seems to date a bag sooner. So if you're trying to keep a bag around for a while, you want to use it a few seasons. Yeah, there are certain kinds of quiltings that go out of style really fast. So there is something good about that, that it's more plain. Um, but yeah, like this is one of these things I think would make a really good gift for like that teenager or the university student. So if you're looking to get Christmas gifts for people or birthday gifts for that younger set, so they don't go, I'm wearing a lug that looks like my mom's lug or my grandmother's lug or my aunt's lug. This is going to be able to, like you're going to be able to buy a lug for them and show them why you love lugs because it's got all these great lug features like this built-in wallet and the way everything sits, how things open, the zippers. Hopefully, I'm assuming the zippers will still be lug zippers and that they're really good and smooth. Having that built-in cell phone pocket, having like the little the clear view and this and the cargo pockets. That's, by the way, really good to know that it fits the flurry wallet. That's really, really good. I'm really glad they put that in there for size reference. So that's like their smallest little wallet. And it fits in that little pouch and it sits upright. It doesn't have to go on its side. That's really, 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 really good to know that. And I'm wondering if it would be big enough for like a minuet or a handspring mini. It might be. It's because it's got that elastic pocket. It's possible you might be able to get those in as well because that's a little tiny bit shorter than the flurry. So, okay. As someone who grew up in the 80s and 90s, there's no way I'm going to be getting this. I have coupes. I have my roundabouts. So if I want a belt bag or a sling bag, as it were, I have other things that I can use in the same manner that has, that sort of same size, I guess. The one good thing I will give this, as unlike all the others all the other sort of fanny pack or belt bags that lugs come out with so far, is it really does seem to open really wide. So that main compartment and that front compartment open really, really wide. So you can really see deep inside and you can open the whole thing and just to have everything out on display. That's a really, really, really good feature that I think is maybe something they may need to consider on things like the the carousels and all those, because this opens up really nicely. The carousel doesn't open up quite as big. I mean, it does have a big zipper opening, but the way that it sort of opens accordion wise, I kind of like that. With the roundabout, same thing. It doesn't open really wide. And the coupes don't open at all. They're just like a little slit. But I do like that this has that sort of accordion sort of drawbridge opening. You can see so much better. And when you've got it on your hip like that, then it's just sitting there and you can open everything up and you can, use two hands to access it. You don't have to hold the bag with one hand and then dig with the other. So, it's really well thought out. It's a really well designed bag. I think the color options are really, really good. The color palette's great. You've got the lights, you've got the darks, you've got the sort of more summers, and you've got some spring colors. You've got some, darker fall colors in there. Love that they're all kind of neutral, that there's no prints on them, because I love prints, don't get me wrong, but a really great solid is invaluable because then you can really keep that in your collection forever. And then you can really, accessorize. You can wear whatever you want and the bag's not going to clash. I totally, totally love that, especially when it's literally right on your body like that. You don't want it clashing with the outfit you've got. So, very well appointed, like so many great lug features they put in there. They seem to have crammed all the really, really important ones. I guess maybe I would have liked that zipper in the back to be a tiny little bigger, but that's just me being picky. You know what? It's a win. I think it's a win. I think they're going to do well with this one. Like I said, the other thing that's really good about this too, by the way, very unisex. I do not see how a guy wouldn't wear this. Like, you may want to get rid of that little thing there, that little zipper pull. Other than that, I mean, okay, let's just stop this video for a second. Let's just look at all the different colors. Yeah, a dude could totally wear that, right? There's nothing overtly feminine, except for maybe the interiors. Okay, let's look at the interiors. I didn't even look at that. I just assumed that these were the same as usual. So yeah, you know what? That's a neutral for I think a guy would be fine with that as a color on the inside and the outside. I know some guys don't like that. Some guys, I think, would be okay with it. Not that pink matters, but if you're a guy, you want to wear pink, that's not terrible. Again, it's not flowers. I think if you wanted to give a guy, one of these to wear, I think he'd be fine with it. Let's see, copper. Oh, hey, that's the wildlife, I don't even know what that's called. What's that color called? It's wildlife something. I think it's fine. Olive green, that's very masculine color. Very neutral, love it. Yep, let some pink in there. I know a lot of guys aren't going to be into that, but that would have been a good color otherwise. And then, I forget what the slate blue was. I forget what that was again. Let's take a look. Ah, right. Okay. So there are a couple of choices here that you could easily get a guy. I would have gotten this for my guy, the blue, but there's no way he's going to want that interior. I know that he already thinks that the ferns are a little girly, and there's definitely way more pink in there than I think he's going to be comfortable with. Because I was thinking about getting him a little, sort of bag like this so he could wear and keep his cell phone in, and maybe keep keep his wallet in, and, other little accessories that he runs around with during the day, especially when we go out, like when we travel and stuff. I don't want to be carrying all his stuff. Otherwise, he's putting it all in his pant pockets, and I don't know about you, but sometimes when your guy's wearing a lot of stuff in his pant pocket, sometimes you worry about the pants staying up. So I've always wanted to sort of get him something like this. I came kind of close a couple times with getting some luggy things, but they were never quite what he wanted. I would have no problem with this one, except I think some of the linings don't really work out. Like, I would have got him the black, but I'm not sure if he would really be into that. I know he loves blue, but I know he's not into that interior. I don't think he's really into olive as much. So, yeah, it would have been the black or the blue. I think those would have been the colors I think he would have liked. So, but you know what? That's just my guy, obviously. My guy's in his 60s. So, younger guys I know are a whole lot cooler about that kind of stuff. So, great neutrals, unisex, nice color range, really good, really well lugified. Vegan leather that looks like canvas. I think there's a winner here. Even though I was a little like, huh? I that's just because I wasn't expecting it, but I think this is gonna work. I think we're gonna see some really cool stuff with this particular grain of leather, and I'm hoping to see some neutrals like this. I love the neutrals. Definitely love the prints as well. Don't get me wrong. I am definitely a sucker for some of the prints, but sometimes it's good to have just a straight bunch of neutrals. And I think they've really, really hit the mark on this one. So yeah, I think it's a winner. I like it. Price is not terrible. It's not great, but it's not terrible. But I guess because it's a vegan leather, it's going to have to be a bit more expensive. So I'm okay with this price sort of point. It's just probably not going to be something I'm going to be getting for myself. Sorry. Again, maybe if it comes down lower, like right now it's 18% for me, so $90.89 plus tax, still gonna be over $100 once tax goes on there. No, but maybe, at $50 I might consider it. But you know what? I have my roundabouts that I love, my one roundabout that I love, and I have a ton of coupes and coupe XLs, and what else do I have? Yeah, I've got some little small bags that I can wear in this way. So, I don't think I'll be trading those in for this. Although I do love the fact that it's really big. It's got a lot of capacity. So there's something to be said for that. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe if it comes out in prints, I might like it more. I don't know. All right, that's it. Tell me if you're getting one. If you are getting one, what color? How are you planning on using it? Is this going to be like your everyday runaround thing? Is this going to be something that you give as a gift? And if you are giving as a gift, to whom are you giving? And how old are they? And do you know, like, what do they wear? Are they, like, really cool? Are they, like, are you giving this to your grandmother, or are you giving this to your, like, 17-year-old daughter, who's, like, really cool and funky and is very stylish? Like, I really want to know. I want to know who's going to like this bag, and I want to know how far I can take this. Like, if I were to give this to, like, my nieces and nephews, am I going to be, like, some kind of, like, square? I'm dating myself using that word. Or am I going to like, yeah, you know what? She just gave me a really cool bag. It's very fashionable and very functional. So that's, I don't know. So yeah, and I guess I wouldn't buy this for myself, but I would definitely consider getting this as gifts. So like, again, price point for me is a little bit high for gifts. I don't know enough people that I love enough to drop over $100 on. I'm really cheap that way. So I like to give gifts that look like a lot, but I didn't spend a lot on. So if this comes down half of that, then I might consider giving it as a gift. But even then, I'm actually too cheap for that too. And actually a little too poor for that as well. So it would have to come down a whole lot more for me to start really considering this as a gift. But I would want to give it as a gift. So there you go. So that's it for now. Thanks so much for watching. Take care. I'll see you next time.